Good morning. I am Purnima, and once again, I am standing in front of you to speak something on the topic determiner. Okay. And first of all, children, I would like to welcome you all in my session, students. And I hope you people are studying whatever we are teaching, because in the today's topic we are at the last phase of the topic. So until and unless you will not have the knowledge of the earlier uh, children earlier points, I mean the points which I've taught you earlier, you won't be able to understand. Okay, so please go through whatever we are teaching in grammar. You have to be regular, otherwise it would be very difficult for you to understand. So children, first of all, I would like to revise what is a determiner. What is a determiner? Determiner is a, children, words which comes before noun. So determiner is a word which comes before noun, and children, to indicate, that word indicate which thing or people we are talking about. So so what is a determiner? It is a word which is used before a noun, and it is used to indicate which things or people we are talking about. Okay, then children, I have also told you in my previous video about 8 types of determiners. So I have written on the board also. So what are those 8 types of determiners are there? You can see articles, demonstrative, demonstrative determiners, possessive determiners, cardinals, ordinals, quantifiers, distributive determiners, and children, integrative determiners. So these are the 8 types of determiner which I have discussed with you, and I've already told you, children, about, I've discussed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 type of determinants we have completed. So first determiner which I have completed was articles. What is an article, children? Article are of two types: definite article and indefinite article. The is an definite article, and a and an is an indefinite article. I also told you that, children, when the is used with vowels, then it is pronounced as the. Then it is pronounced as the. So children, I mean to say, children, 5 type of determiners we have discussed. So I was telling you about article. We have already told you, I've already told you about the uses of a and the. The uses of definite and indefinite article. I've also, children, told you about demonstrative determiners as well as about possessive, cardinal, and ordinal. We were doing, children, quantifiers. So what type of determiners we were doing? We were doing quantifiers. Now, children, before quantifiers also almost we have completed. Only few determiners are left. Almost everything we have completed in quantifiers. And children, before starting the last part of the quantifiers, I would like to go through, children, distributive determiners and interrogative determiner. Okay, so we will be doing today. I will be teaching you what is a distributive determiner. So children, distributive determiners I am going to teach you today. And children, as you all know that distributive means to, it is related something with distribute. Distribute among your friend. So children, just think what are distributive determiners. Now let me tell you, children, determiners are those words which comes before a noun, and it is used to indicate some person, or what a person, what a thing is, or what a person does. Okay. Now children, what is a distributive determiner? So first of all, I would like to tell you that each, every, neither, either. Okay. Each, every, neither, either. These are few of the distributive determiner. And children, it comes with the noun. Determiners is, as I told you, it always comes with the noun and it indicates something. So children, distributive determiner refer to each single member of a group. So what is a distributive determiner? First of all, children, it refers to each single member of the group. Distributive determiners are those determiners which refer to each single member of the group. Okay, like each. Each is used when we talk about the members of a group individually. So children, now children, I will be telling you about the use of each and every. Okay, so let me revise once again that what is a distributive determiner. Distributive determiners refers to each single member of a group. Okay, and each is used when we talk about the member of a group individually. Now children, I was telling you children where we use each. Each is a distributive determiner and children, it is used when we talk about the single member of the group. When we talk about the single member of the group. Each is used when we talk about the member of a group individually. Okay, that each member of the group when we talk about individually. Okay, and every when we make a general statement. And children, every is used when we make a general statement. Then what do we use children? We use every. Okay, like he met each guest. For example, he met each guest. Now children, you can see each is used with the individual member. Each is used with the individual member. He met each guest. Each is used with the individual member. Okay. Then each request will be considered. Each request must be so you can see children, each request must be considered. That means all the individual requests must be considered. All the people are here treated as individually, separately. Alright. Now we will come to every. I will be giving you few examples of every. Now every children, every is I agree with every word he says. I agree with every word he says. So you can see here, I have used here every. Every is used to make a general statement. So children, every is used to make a general statement and each is used here for individual person. So children, this is the use of each and every I have told you. So this is a okay. So I think each and every is clear. So each is used when we talk about the members of the group individually and every is used to make general statement. Okay, and children, both are followed by a singular countable noun. Both are followed by a singular countable noun. Like you can see the minister visited every flood affected area. The minister every flood affected area. Okay, so it is a singular countable noun. The noun, the area which we can count, it is a singular countable noun. I agree with every word he said. So what is a singular countable noun? He met each guest. He met each guest. Guest is a singular countable noun. So once again I revise children. Distributive determiner refer to each single member of the group. Each is used when we talk something about the members of the group individually. Children, every is talk when we talk something in general. Okay, and both are followed by a singular countable noun. So these are some of the characters of each and every. Now children, I will tell you something about either. So now the next determiner which I am taking is alright. So children, next determiner which I have taken in distributive determiner is other. So children, other is used to talk about two things. Okay, other is used to talk about two things, but usually indicates that only one of the two is involved. Okay, but children, it indicates that only one out of two, only one thing is involved. Only one thing is more focused about. We have to see that. So other is used to talk about two things, but indicates only one of the two thing is involved. Like either of the two girls should come here. Either of the two girls should come here. That means one out of two girls should come here. Now children, neither is a negative of either. It is a negative of either. Okay, so neither is used negatively here. It is a negative of either. Neither member came to attend the meeting. Neither member came to attend the meeting. That means nobody, no one came to attend the meeting. Children, either can also mean both. Either can also mean both. People stood in other side. People stood in other side of the road. That means children, people stood both side of the road. People stood both side of the road. Neither is followed by a singular noun. Neither boy said anything. Neither boys said anything. Neither answer is correct. Neither answer is correct. So children, either also mean both, and neither is followed by a singular noun like neither boy said anything. Neither answer is correct. So it is followed by singular noun. One noun should be there. Now children, I am coming to the interrogative determiners. What are interrogative determiners? Interrogative determiners, children, are those determiners which are used to ask about the things. Interrogative determiners are those determiners which is used to ask about the thing. Okay. Now, which thing? That thing will be noun, and since it is interrogative determiner, so interrogative determiners will be used with the before noun. Now children, some of the interrogative determiners are, so I was talking to you about interrogative determiner, and it is used with which, whose, which, whose, what, okay. So these are the interrogative determiners. Some of the interrogative determiner are there, and children, the interrogative determiner are used to ask the questions like, what subjects are you studying? What subjects are you studying? Which color do you like the most? Which color do you like the most? Whose house is this? Whose house is this? House is a noun, whose is a determiner, interrogative determiner. Which color? Color is a noun and which is an interrogative determiner. What subject? Subject is a noun and children, what is an interrogative determiner? Okay. So these are some of the interrogative determiners which is always used with noun, and it is used to indicate what, children? It is used to indicate, it asks, the interrogative determiner used for asking question. Now, so distributive determiner, quantifiers, there are so many things are here. So many things are here. Okay. Now student, I would like to revise some of the quantifiers with you which are very important, and almost all the quantifiers we have done, but some of the quantifiers are still we have to do. So children, there are, so one is much and many. I have already told you in detail. So children, please always remember that many shows number and much shows quantity. Okay. And now children, I will be talking to you about few and less. Few and less. Few and less. Much and many I have taught you. Why I am telling much and many? Because children, there is a relationship between few and less with much and many. Okay. So children, few is the opposite of many. Okay. Few is, many is used with numbers, and children, few is the opposite of many. Okay, it is antonyms of many. And less is the opposite of much. Less is the opposite of much. And children, much here show quantity. Many show number and much shows quantity here. Okay, so less is the opposite of much and few is the opposite of many. Few denotes number while less denotes quantity. So few, children, denotes what? Few denotes number and less denotes quantity. Several means more than two but not many. Several means more than two but not many. Children, what does several do? Several do more than, several do what, children? Several is means more than two but not many. Okay. So, like children, we have few holiday during this term. Few is used opposite of what, children? Few is used opposite of many, and many indicates number. So children, we have few holidays during the term. We have a very less holiday for this term. Few is the opposite of many. Many is related with number. So few here is also related with number. So children, here few, we have few holidays during the term. Okay. Now children, one more group is there which I think you should know it. Okay, that is one. No, first let me teach you about less, and then this many, and then I will be talking about few and that few. So now children, we will come to less. So less is the opposite of much, and much indicates what? Much indicates quantity. So here children, less also indicate quantity which is less in number. Which is less in number. Like she pays less attention in her children. She pays less attention in her children. So children, here you can see less is also used with quantity. Okay, and it is the opposite of much. She pays less attention with her on her children. Now, Several means more than two but not many. Several means more than two but not many. Okay. Like children, a few person attended the meeting. A few person attended the meeting. That means children, it is more than two but not many. It is more than two but not many. Okay. So I've told you some of the quantifiers like the use of few, use of less, use of much, use of many. Alright. Now I will be taking a group, and that group is, I think you should know the difference between that group, and that group is little, a little, the little. This is very important, children. Okay. Now children, you can see that little, some here no article is there, here a article is there, here the article is there, here definite article is there, and here indefinite article is there. Okay. Now children, you can see, but children, these articles, they are making a great difference in the meaning. So children, these quantifiers, these are some of the quantifiers which is very important. If I tell you, we will see that children how much difference they are making in the meaning only if we use a with little and the with little. The whole meaning will be changed. So I will be telling you how. Now children, little means not much, hardly any. Now you have to note it down, otherwise you will forget. Little means children, not much, hardly any. Okay, not much, hardly any. And what does much told? Much tells about the quantity. So little is also telling about the quantity. So little means not much quantity, hardly any. Hardly any, that means it is equal to nil. It is equal to nil. There is a little water in a jug. Hardly any water, maybe 1 or 2 drops, that's all. It is equal to nil. There is little water. Children, I am not using a little or the little. I am only using little water. Little water means hardly any water. He had little money. He had little money. He had any money. Okay. Well, he had hardly any money. Well, there are few buses, then there was little hopes of her recovery. There was little hope of her recovery. Till then the doctor had told, now she will be, you have to take care of her, she is very ill, anything can happen to her. So what he will say, there is little hope of her recovery. That is almost no hope for her recovery. So you can see, children, how I am using little. Now we will come to a little. We will come to a little. A little makes a positive sense, a bit positive sense. Okay, like a little means some quantity, more than a little, a bit more than little. A little means some quantity, though not much. Okay, a little knowledge is a dangerous thing. A little knowledge is a dangerous thing. That means if you are having a less knowledge, if you are having a little knowledge, okay, it is more dangerous. It is rather to have no knowledge than to have a little knowledge. She has a little money left. Okay, she has a little money left. Very small amount of money is left with her. Okay, then children, we will come to the little. Children, the little implies two statements, one negative and the other positive. So the little implies two statements here. One is the little and the other is the the one is negative and the other is affirmative. Children, the little means not much, but all of that much. Try to understand. Not much, but all of that much. Okay. Like he has a little money. Okay, he has the little money. Okay. So the little means, children, it can be implied with both negative and positive. Children, the little means not much, but all of that much. What is the total amount, or what is the total of a thing? So very small thing or a small amount from that much. He had the little money and he went to Kolkata with that money. Very small quantity. What was the whole amount? And from that whole amount he had a very little, the little amount of money. Okay. And children similarly, you should know what is the use of few, a few and the few. Okay. Few, a few, the few. Alright. So children, a few. What is the meaning of a few? Children, few is the opposite of many, as I told you. Okay, few is the opposite of many. And children, few denotes number. Few denotes number. And children, few means not many, hardly any. Few means not many, hardly any. What is the meaning of few? Few means not many, hardly any. So in other words, children, here few means practically nothing. In other words, what is few mean? Few means here practically nothing. So he had few books, hardly any books to prepare for his examination. He had few books, hardly any books to prepare for his examination. Now children, a few makes a positive sense. Okay. And a few indicates a certain number, though not many. A few means indicates a certain number, though not many. Like children, he has a few books of his own. That means he has some book of his own. He had some book of his own. He had a few book of his own. He had some book of his own. Okay. So the few is here written. Okay. And then children, we will come to the last one is the few. So children, I have already told you the difference between few and the difference between few. I have told you that and children, a few, and now I will be telling you the difference, what is the meaning of the few. Now the few employs here two statements. One is negative and the other is affirmative. And children, the few means not many but all of them. The few means not many but all of them. For example, I have read the few books I had. I had read the few books which I had. I had read the few books which I had. Then she spent. So children, I was giving you the example of the few. The few means not many but all of them. Not many but children, out of all of them. Like children, I have read the few books I had. She spent the few rupees her mother gave her. She spent the few rupees. That means children, hardly some money was there with her. But whatever she was having, very little amount that she has to spend. So children, I have told you the example of few, a few, the few, and then this one children, little, a little, the little, much, many, either, or, neither, nor, how children they are used, then children how some and any are used. I've told you this is also very important, and the use of all, both, several. So these were all the quantifiers which I have told you about. Now children, so with this I have finished the lesson, and determinants is always used in our daily life. Children, daily we use a lot of determiner, like children, a and the. I think almost every second we use this word, and sometimes children in one sentence we use so many determiners. Okay, so we have to, whatever you are reading, read it thoroughly in a nice manner, and children keep practicing it. And whenever you read something, whenever you read children paper, newspaper, books, you will find several determiners are there, and you just see how they are used, like a and the. After every second you will be able to read that a and the. And now children, you can see that how it is used, and in this manner you will improve your English, and in this manner children you will be doing a self practice also. So with this I conclude my video. Thank you and have a nice day ahead.